Hey, you guys. So Charlie Kirk, he's at a college campus again, and he's talking to students. And this one girl comes up to him asking a lot of questions about how does he believe God is real and how science can't prove that God is real. Their conversation is really interesting. Have a watch.
So you seem rather fired up.
How are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
I'm Opal.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What do you want to talk about?
What do you believe?
I don't know. What do you believe in?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Genuine question.
Yeah.
Do you expect for you to say that I'm going to disrespect you because of your beliefs?
No. It's just I don't know your religious views. I could guess, but I don't know.
I'm not religious. Haven't found a religion yet.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to recommend something to me.
I recommend Christianity. It's
okay,
pretty
so
awesome.
Like a pamphlet or something?
A Bible. You could download the Bible app.
No, but I want it from you. You know so much.
Sorry. Yeah.
I want from you. You know so much.
I know very little,
You got
but
this big ass head, but no.
I do have a big head. Yeah.
Do you have a Bible?
No.
You don't have anything to tell me?
Where do you think you go when you die?
Nowhere. Like nothing exists.
Why do you believe that?
Because that's science.
Science tells you go nowhere when you die?
Okay, well, can you explain if you think,
Yeah.
you have this, what do you think happens? How do you think that works when we die, the science behind it?
Well, actually,
Genuine.
neuroscience has over 25,000 different pieces of evidence to show people have afterlife experiences in just the last decade.
Okay.
Every civilization in the history of the world has believed in an afterlife or a God.
Yeah.
Why is science right now and everyone else is wrong?
Because they didn't have the science and the modern technologies that we have now.
So what discovery has disproven the afterlife?
Probably scientific, but no one can actually confirm because unless you're coming back to life, then nobody can confirm that yet.
So you can't disprove it,
And you can't prove it either.
so it takes faith.
Yeah.
I have faith.
Yeah, and I don't. And you know what? If you think that that's going to happen, then that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not mad at you for
So
that.
how did the world come into existence?
Big Bang.
So the Big Bang, so the Big Bang made space, time, and matter. What started the Big Bang?
No one knows. Not God.
Well, but the laws of physics mean that there must
How
be
did
a.
God get there? I'm confused. That's a genuine. Like everybody says.
But God
came first.
but
how
God
did he
always
get there?
is.
But how did he get there?
There's
that's
no.
my question.
That's a good question.
Okay, so it's the same
So
with the
Christianity would
universe.
argue that it is the Alpha and the Omega. It always is. But the universe had a starting point. So therefore, whatever made the universe predated the universe. That's God, isn't it?
I don't know.
If you believe in the Big
We
Bang.
can say there's a lot of different things, but why does it always have to come back to God?
Well, whatever you can call it the idea of God. But if you believe in the Big Bang, which you say you did, it means that space, time, and matter had a beginning, which means that something made that beginning
Do
happen.
you believe in the Big Bang happening, or do you
Yes,
think
I believe God started the Big Bang. He spoke it into existence.
He spoke it into you?
Yes.
I'm just still confused on how this
Well,
works.
because look, the first words of my Bible are the same of your view. In the beginning.
Okay.
You believe the Big Bang was the beginning. I believe in a Big Bang.
Okay.
So maybe God made it happen. But what's your explanation?
I don't have an explanation because I don't study science, but I don't study faith.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You know, so I'm not gonna put bullshit on my ass to tell
No,
you. in your face.
that's fine.
So you guys, when I was watching this, I got really curious, and I was thinking, if I Googled, what does science say about God? And what is the definition of the Big Bang theory? Like, what does Google has to say about it? So I want to read to you exactly what I researched, what I found. It says science doesn't have the processes, which I thought was kind of odd, to prove or disprove the existence of God. It goes on to say that science studies and attempts to explain only the natural world, while God, in most religion, is supernatural. That's the definition that science gives when it comes around. Does it believe in God? Now, I looked up the Big Bang Theory. I'm like, well, what does it say about that? And it says the Big Bang Theory is how astronauts explain the way the universe began. It is the idea that the universe began as just a single point. Think about that. Then it goes on to expand and stretch to grow as large as it is right now. And they also say it is continuing to stretch onward. So when Charlie Kirk said, okay, I believe in the Big Bang Theory as well, but who created the Big Bang Theory? And Charlie's like, he believes that God did. And she's like, well, how can you prove that God did? And right there, what came to my mind is this girl seems very curious, and she wasn't rude, I don't feel, to Charlie. When in the beginning, when she said, because you believe in Christianity, did you think I was going to be mean to you? I'm like, I thought Charlie should have said, yeah, because most people are. But I thought she was very not so rude. And the thing is, it's almost like she is taking the simpler road for beliefs. And it's easier to believe that God does not exist I feel, than it is to believe or to do research or to read the Bible or to just dive into more information to learn why people believe God is real. It's easier to believe science and what science says. Now, one thing that stuck out to me is this. When she said, you can't prove that God is here, because if someone as far as the after, where people go after they die, she goes, you can't prove it because people don't come back to life to tell you where they've been, which is kind of not true, because I Googled that too. And it said that there are stories out there. Of course, they don't say true stories. There are stories out there where people said that they have died, and whether it be from heart attack or whatever it is, and they left their bodies and they came into like a heavenly environment where they felt angels, they saw loved ones that had passed away, but then they were brought back to life, and they were able to communicate that, to share that story. And why doesn't anyone believe that? I mean, everyone who shared that story had very similar experiences on what they saw, how they saw it. And that is really enough right there for someone to at least get more curious as to, wait, maybe there is a God. If all these people, and if they really took time not to say, oh yeah, this person or that person said this, like, go read their story, go watch the movies that were made about them. Or I'll give you one more. The source I looked at was called guidepost.org. If you go to Guide, post.org, and look up the person's name, he was known as the Miracle Man, Daryl Perry, and read his story. It's an amazing story about how he died and saw God and came back and just shared about it and just lived such a different life. That will make you at least start to be a believer, to start doing some more work and research and dive into why is God, so many people believing in God. What is happening? What has been said out there for people to believe in that, in Him?